Hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. Once again we are in aimbots. I don't it's starting to feel like the aimbots is kinda like the place to go, you know. It's our home turf. It's kinda just like becoming this way. So I guess aimbots is our place. But back to the actual video. I wanted to have some 2025 CS2 predictions, seeing how it is the end of 2025 basically. And I kind of wanted to just get this out real quick so I could, have my, New Year's plans. But the first prediction I have, is more for the esports side, but I really want a Nico Major. Now, if you guys are watching the Shanghai Major this year, then you'll know that G2 did not make it. Nico did not get his major. And honestly, I think they really could have gotten it, but sadly, I think is like the storyline that they had, Nico, the last major with his cousin, with Manzi, with G2. I think it was too much for both Nico and Manazi. You could see on, FaZe vs G2, Manazi and Nico were not pulling their weight, unfortunately. Like, yes, they weren't, like, doing terrible, but the fact that Snacks having to, like, stand up being, I think, the top frag of the last game, like, it isn't how it's supposed to be. G2, when the heaviest hitters needed to hit, Nico Manazi, they simply couldn't, and, unfortunately, I think that was because of the pressure, the storyline that was, like, in that major. And I really do think that if, Nico wasn't leaving for Falcons after the major, I really do think that they would have won that major. Nico would have gotten his trophy. Because going into the major, they were looking so strong. I think even in the qualifiers, in the RMRs, they were still looking incredibly strong. But sadly, when it came to the major, and nothing against FaZe, like they were looking absolutely horrid coming into the playoffs, and I gotta give them, they just phased up, and they definitely deserve to beat G2 there, but I just think that if it weren't for the pressure, G2 would have had that major, especially the track record they have against Spirit. I think they really would have had that one, but congrats to Spirit anyway for that major. Now the second one is a little bit on the same side, but I also want Manzi to win a major, again, just back to the Shanghai major, all the, the pressure. I really want Manzi to get his major too. Now, into the real actual CS2 itself, I really want a big content update. Now, this year has not been a really great year for like actual CS players. Sorry if I'm wrong here, but I cannot for the life of me think of a really good update in CS2 that happened this year. I can't even name 5 off the top of my head. We have the Armory update, which was just skins, like it's not really big content, it was literally skins. We have Train, that was good, nice update. And then the rest that I can think of, like right off the top of my head, is just quality of life changes. Like I think telemetry we got the damage prediction, we got Vacna 3.0, and honestly, that's all I can think of all the big updates in the top of my head. And I think that is definitely a big problem. I think that's definitely a big problem. Like, why did we have like literally almost we had like single digit like content update. I mean, single digit is probably like fine. Like you could have like 9 content updates in a year. That's pretty good. But you know what I mean? Like it's like literally like just only like 2 like really actual like real updates this year with like, you know, Train and Armory that I can think of at the top of my head. Maybe there's some I'm missing, you can put in the comments. Yeah, it's been a really dry year for CS2 updates, yeah. So I want to see a big content update, probably an operation. I think that is almost like 99% likely. I want 90% likely to happen, you know. But yeah, that's definitely something I want to be coming in for 2025. Hopefully in the earlier part too, in the earlier half. Now the next thing, I guess this is less predictions, but more of what I want for 2025. But what I want for 2025 is Danger Zone as well, and this kind of goes to the rest of the game modes. Because Danger Zone, I fucking loved that shit, bro. When it came out, you know, I think it was like really a unique take on Battle Royale, especially like with, you know, the mechanics of CS. I think it was super, super fun. It was like way more like casual, like it was just very different to the core CS, which is usually very tactical, very competitive. But Danger Zone was just like super fun and like casual, like I don't, but it was just very different and I loved it. But unfortunately, you know, none of my friends wanted to play it, and I don't think a lot of people actually liked playing it, unfortunately. But so I never played because I didn't have any friends to play it with, you know. They all fucking hated it, or at least they didn't play it. So in 2025, I would love a Danger Zone comeback and maybe a little bit of a revamp. You know, we already saw that I think there was some leaks like with bear traps and whatnot, which I think is pretty cool, but I think it could use a little revamp, you know. More players would be nice. Maybe some like global like proximity chat, I think that would be nice too. Maybe bigger maps too to accommodate more players. You know, I just think it could make a really good comeback, especially in Source 2. And, you know, of course, as I said before, the rest of the game modes would be nice, like Flying Scoutsman, and, you know, I think that was a fun one. But, you know, we have the Valve retakes. I think that would just be nice to just have everything from Go, because, you know, CS2, I think we all know, launched, it released very content dry. Now, I mean, obviously now it's a lot better, but, you know, I think we still need everything else to come in, you know, before we can say that CS2 is getting better. Now, the next, like, kind of prediction slash thing that I want to happen in 2025 is I want a new gun, actually. I think a new gun would really spice up CS2 and kind of like warrant that like 2 next to its name, you know, because right now it's kind of just like a rebuilt version of CSGO, right? Nothing is really like new, you know what I mean? Like everything is a bit like old but like revamped, you know. I'm not sure what gun it would be. I would hope maybe a new T rifle, because for CTs, you know, you have the M4, A4, and you have the A1S, right? And the Ts, they only have the AK. Now, I'm not sure what they would add, but I think it would be kind of nice, because everything is already mirrored, right? You have the USP, you have the Glock, you have the M4, you have the AK, you have the FAMAS Galil, SG, the AUG, but, you know, for these two, the M4 A1S, M4 A4, they don't really have the 2 counterparts. They only just have the 1 AK. So I think that would be nice to add something there, a little variety for this Ts. You know, I don't know what they would add, but you know, something. You know, maybe just you know a variant to swap the AK out for. I don't know if anyone would, depending on what it would be. I think it would have to still one-tap headshot, or else nobody will want it, you know, but yeah, I think it's got to do something. And for the next, like, one slash prediction, You know, this one is a bit more quality of life, you know, but I would want better matchmaking. Now, I think it was like a little bit ago that Leadify released some stats that showed that literally no one was in global elite after like I don't even remember when it was, but it was in the later part of the year, and no one was in global elite. I think the highest rank was like LE or LEM or something. And that is a little bit disgusting. And now I do think that they changed some things, but I'm not quite sure if they actually have global elites now. I think they do, but it's still like not really that much. I think this one I might just be talking out of my ass. I'll be honest, I have not played matchmaking in quite some time. If I want to play competitive CS, I think we all know you gotta go to Face It, you know. But you know, I wouldn't mind. I would like to make a little series on maybe getting global elite on every map. You know, because I'm not gonna lie, there isn't much video ideas of me just sitting like running around in aimbots just to talk, you know, talk about. So I would like to actually make some gameplay videos for you guys maybe. Lastly, I think this one is kind of also like a bit meh because they're already working on it, you know, but a better anti-cheat, you know. I do know that they have been working on it, as I said before, VACnet 3.0. They have been working on it, and I think it has been putting out the same numbers as CS:GO at the very least. But I think I would like for it to be a little more, since you know there were like the crazy hacker epidemic. But you know, it's nice to know that they're working on it, but I would like to see it work some more, you know, like you know, I just want to see them doing better, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that they're doing bad, I just want to see them do better, you know? And that kind of concludes my list, I guess. Yeah, it kind of went from the most wanted to like the least wanted because they're kind of working on the last two already. But yeah, Nico Major, Monazi Major, I want a big content update, an Operation, Danger Zone, you know, the rest of the game modes, a new gun. Yeah, those are basically the main things that I want slash predict for 2025. Again, I kind of want to thank you guys for, you know, getting like triple digit views on my last video. Once again, I didn't even, like, I truly did think, I don't want to make this like a thing that I do every video, where every video I would like thank you guys for like reaching like some views, but I really did not think that I would get triple digits after the first video because first of all, it was a follow-up video, so I didn't really think people would want to watch, like many people watch that. But again, like going 4 digits, you know, I knew that I wouldn't reach that again, but you know, going back to back 4 to 3 digits, you know, I just want to thank you guys for that. I really appreciate that you guys putting in the time to watch my videos from literally a 2 subscriber channel, you know, with like 2 videos. First of all, thank you guys for my 2 subscribers. I appreciate that. And, you know, appreciate the support you're giving me. And yeah, that's kind of about it. You know, so yeah.